Hi everyone, so second video review for this week is for Mrs. Middleton by Melissa Tereze. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on Facebook or on my blog then there is a link within the post. And this is the video review. So Mrs. Middleton by Melissa Tereze. She is absolutely insatiable, Mrs. Middleton, and Melissa, but more so Mrs. Middleton. Emma, she returns from time away in Africa. She's had a bit of time out, and she's no better off when it comes to her feelings for Vanessa Middleton. So Vanessa is coping with all that life wants to throw at her, from her cheating husband and divorce to her attraction to her daughter's best friend, Emma. So this is only worse after Emma's confession, and then obviously Emma's been away. So Vanessa kind of contemplates giving into the idea now that Emma's back, but she worries that not only will she not be enough for Emma, but also that if she pursues this relationship with Emma, it's going to have an irreversible sort of consequences for them both, because she's got her daughter and obviously Emma's got a best friend, and it's all at stake to lose. So I absolutely adored this story. Melissa's kind of outdone herself. This was definitely one of her best, and it was perfectly imperfect in so many ways. So I will say this for it: it's one of those stories that you're going to read the title, you're going to read the blurb, and you are probably going to think it is a little bit taboo. But it's not. It's really the sweetest thing, and it works so well because of the way Melissa has done it. She has built up the relationship between Emma and Vanessa. She's not made it what would really be taboo is if, you know, Emma was below the age of 18, which she's not, and there's no sort of darkness and corruption behind this attraction that Emma has. It's just feelings that have developed in a younger woman or an older woman. So it's an absolutely great way to build a story, and I think it's fantastic. So if you are one of these people that reads a blurb and goes, oh, I'm not reading that, it's really, really taboo, you are going to be missing out, because it's not at all. It's been done in the best way that I think Melissa could do it, to bring you a realistic story about a younger woman and an older woman who have known each other a very, very long time, and as that younger person has grown up, they have developed feelings all of their own accord, not encouraged by an older person. So the story had everything: romance, angst, drama, but most importantly, one of my favourite things, as I've already said, an age gap, which was fantastic. I absolutely love that. So Emma was sweet, and she had this innocence about her that I found really, really relatable. She just wanted to love Vanessa, and she felt so passionately about doing so, and that really came across. So I loved all the little confessions and adorable moments that they shared when Vanessa wasn't quite so much on guard, and I could very much imagine myself in Emma's shoes, kind of have been there. So I'm sort of like, I could totally get it. And for me, I was taken away by how much I absolutely love Vanessa. She was fantastic. I could see the story from her point of view just as well as I could see it from Emma's point of view. And although I mostly sided with Emma, because who wouldn't? I mean, she made a good argument. I was sympathetic to the challenges that it was presenting for Vanessa. It can't have been an easy situation. So those were really not easy decisions for either of them to make, but more so for Vanessa. And I think they equally had the same amount at stake, because like I say, Vanessa had a daughter to lose, but also sort of a friend in Emma, or a support, and Emma had a best friend to lose and someone she absolutely adored and loved. So they both had the same amount of stuff at stake, and they both have the same fight, the same worries, the same concerns, just from different angles, which I absolutely loved, because they could share and relate to each other, as well as you also being able to relate to both their sides. But Vanessa was completely captivating. I just loved her. So I hope Melissa is going to bring us more from these characters in future, because they're brilliant. I honestly couldn't put this story down. It was a total roller coaster and one hell of an emotional journey. I very much became invested in their relationship. I was very immersed in the story, and it will be one of those stories that I just can't help going back to again. It's a bit like a comfort blanket, and that's because it was just so good. I highly recommend this book. Anyone who is a romance lover, who likes a really angsty story that has really lovely moments, hot moments, but also that little bit of edge, is going to love this. And let's face it, you are just going to love meeting Mrs. Middleton. She is a woman to meet. So for me, like I say, I've read a number of Melissa's books. This is now probably my favourite one. She's really outdone herself with Mrs. Middleton. It's fantastic. So I absolutely adored it, loved it so much, and hope you will too. I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of Mrs. Middleton by Melissa Tereze, which I hope you will. If you've read Mrs. Middleton, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Please comment below, let me know, and let's talk about it. It's a fantastic book, so I'd love to talk about it. If you haven't read Mrs. Middleton yet, but it's on your to be read list, you're planning to read it, or you're now really intrigued by it and you're thinking, I need to read that, then please comment below. Please let us know what you're reading, because it's always great to hear what you're interested in. And if you do read it, I hope you love it. Bye.